Here's my thing, Steve. You'll never get a second chance to make a good first impression. Never get a second chance to make a good first impression. So, if I give, Steve's laughing, yeah. If I give my neighbor, wonderful person, single mom and all, if I give my neighbor a brand new downloaded Linux-based system that is not designed for newbies, what do you think she's going to say? She's going to come knocking on my door and say, "What happened? I thought we were friends." "I'm sorry. This dude, Steve, on YouTube told me to do this, and he says no pain, no gain. I got some goofy friends." No, I'm just kidding, just kidding. Look, there are only two kinds of Linux-based systems. Only two. "What do you mean, Toss? There's like five." No, time out here. There's only two kinds of Linux-based systems. The first kind is the one that are designed for Windows users. Your Linux Mints, your Ubuntu's, Zorins. That's the first kind, right, Steve? The second kind of Linux-based systems is everything else. That's it. Okay? I don't care what you download, how many forks, variations, derivatives, tweaks. There's only two kinds of Linux-based systems. One designed for the Windows masses, or masters, and everything else. So if we can simplify for the Windows users and say, before you go goofy on this and be confused, two kinds of Linux-based systems. One type is for Windows users and everything else. Nothing else is going to matter to a newbie because they don't have the time, they're working, they don't want the headaches. Anyway. But seriously, if you wanted to impress a Windows user with the formula, just hand them a Chromebook. That thing boots up in 5 seconds. They can go straight to the web, log in, immediately go. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to download. No terminal. Nothing. And when you tell them, this is Linux, trust me, they are not going to say Linux sucks. They're not going. Now, the Chromebook may not be for them. That's fair. Anyway. Now, after that, newbie gets, accustomed to Linux. Yeah, maybe show them Ubuntu with some extensions, some tweaks, this and that, blah, 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 But, yeah, don't show your neighbor a Linux-based system that's not designed for beginners. They're just, he or she's going to say this sucks. And it would not be fair. But whose fault is that? You or them? Yeah, Tim says Chromebooks are awesome. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I love mine. I feel the need for speed. As Tom Cruise says in Top Gun. Anyway, yeah. Congratulations, Tom Cruise. His movie passed $1 billion worldwide. Deservedly so. It was fun to go back to the movies. Big theater. Sold out this past Saturday in Pittsburgh. It was nice seeing all my fellow Ubuntu users there sitting with me. No, I have no clue. Probably if I sat in the theater and say, "Hey, anybody here use Ubuntu?" They would have went blah, 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 blah. Here's my thing, Steve. You'll never get a second. That was a clip from Wednesday's Good Morning Linux. Anyway, good morning. I would have came on earlier, but for some reason OBS Studio crashed. The Linux version. And I don't know why. Anyway, I restarted it. Hopefully the stream is okay. See, we have a few folks in the chat. Let me know if it's running smooth. Can you hear me? It says excellent on my split screen here. But yeah, OBS Studio. That is the joy of Linux, my friend. Sometimes it's perfect. Sometimes it's unpredictable. But I still use it after all these years. Actually, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to run next door to my neighbor friend Dolly and give her a copy of Gentoo Linux and say good luck with that. I'm just kidding. Cheers to all my... This is just orange juice for this morning. But I thought I would do a Saturday morning stream. Maybe catch some of my UK friends who don't normally get a chance to come in at night because it's too late for them. So I had some time this morning. I was going to do some grass this morning, but I was going to cut some grass this morning, but it rained. So I have some time. I did pay some of my bills online, Comcast and all that, and took care of all that. I did some banking. Thank you for all my supportive friends on Patreon and PayPal. Help keep this little community of ours going. Thank you. Cheers to all of you. So this short stream for this morning, I guess it's mainly for the Windows users who are still thinking about Linux or maybe are confused. There really are only two kinds of Linux-based systems, or Linux operating systems, or whatever you want to call them, GNU Linux. Two kinds. And we talked about this briefly the last live stream. The first kinds of Linux systems are the ones designed for all 1.3 billion Windows users, if they want to try something. That's going to be your Ubuntu's, Ubuntu Mate, your Linux Mints, Zorns, Linux Lite, and more. You know, when I started with Linux back in 2006, I don't think there was any Linux-based system yet at that time that was designed for beginners. Ubuntu was only in existence at that time 2 years in 2006. I thought Ubuntu and Linux had potential, so I stuck with it. And it really wasn't until a good 5-6 years later with Linux that I thought Linux-based systems had a future. At around that same time, 2011, 2012, I took a look at my first Chromebook. I didn't think much of it, but 10 years later, Chromebooks have become the de facto Linux standard, at least for beginners. There's no maintenance, easy to use, and there's really no such thing as a hard Chromebook. They're all simple to use. But once again, there are only two kinds of Linux-based operating systems. Okay, one's for Windows users, and then there's everything else. It really is that simple, you know. So, you know, I distro hopped trying different Linux-based systems for 10 years because I wanted to learn. But at some point, you got to say stop. It's just stupid. You know, I went from bugs to bugs to bugs to bugs, or different kinds of variations of bugs to bugs to bugs. But I learned a lot, and I'm grateful for that. So in 2016, I stopped with Ubuntu with Unity. Then Ubuntu dropped Unity. Thanks. So I went to Ubuntu Mate. Now the latest Ubuntu 22.04, as I mentioned, rock solid. It's on my top 10 listing and maybe top 5 list because everything works. And I mean everything. I didn't have to fix a freaking thing. In fact, I installed 2 Flatpaks. I'm not crazy about Flatpaks and Snap packages. I installed the shortwave radio streaming app, Flatpak. It works. And it launches pretty quick. And the OBS Studio Flatpak. And it launches pretty fast too. So I don't know what to think anymore. But that is the unpredictability of Linux-based systems. All right, let me go into the chat here. And if we have anybody from the UK who doesn't normally have a chance to say hello, please do. You know, I don't do a lot of morning ones, especially Saturday morning, but this morning I had some time. I'm just chilling with some juice, listening to my friend CD from Pittsburgh. Happy 4th of July weekend. Be safe out there, you know, with crowds, and it has nothing to do with COVID, and you guys think you know what I mean. So be safe out there. All right. Let me see here. We have Lamer. Timo. Salute, Tim. Tim, hang on. This one's for you. Tim, thank you for the glass of wine. I really appreciate it. This is for tonight. I don't know if I'll be on late tonight, but we'll see. I don't have any plans for the weekend. I might cut grass later. Anyway, we have Dominic's in the house, CFWW. It's an old joke. Steve says Windows is number 1. For some people it is. You know, Windows 11 to me rocks. It just rocks, you know. But for some reason, yes, Windows 11, yeah. LJ Pellegrino. Alan Moon. Good morning from the UK. Cheers, Alan. Thank you for stopping by from the UK. I know I don't know how many hundreds of folks from the UK who follow, maybe thousands, who don't normally have a chance to stop in and say hello. And for that, I apologize. That's why I'm in this morning, to say hello specifically to my UK friends. So cheers. I went to see Top Gun 2, Top Gun Maverick last week. Pittsburgh at the Cinemark Theaters. They have power reclining seats inside the theater. And I'm 6'2", so I'm like, hell yeah, baby. I guess this place serves alcohol, booze and stuff. I just got a Diet Coke and popcorn, but I'm like, do you really want to get alcohol before you go into the theater to use the power seat and recline back and have your drink? Hey, Toss, how was the movie? It was great, I guess. I fell asleep. I don't know. I'm just saying. So, all right, so Steve says the son has no issues with it, like Windows 11 on an HP Omen. Yeah, Omen, I took a look at those. Isn't that more like a gaming PC? I think. I can't remember. I actually was going to buy an HP computer this year, but then I broke my foot, and the last thing on my mind was a new PC. I really do need to get a new one. But I took a look at a refurb. It was a Ryzen 5 HP with a warranty, 2 drives, 1 terabyte hard drive, and a 256 SSD, 16 gigs of RAM. I think it was $499, which isn't bad. But then I broke my foot, and the last thing on my mind was a computer. My foot is much better, thank you. I see the doctor July 21st. I hope he gives me the green light to play some tennis, some light jogging. I'm able to ride my Schwinn bike, so that's fun. But I really do need to shop for a new computer. These have lasted me over the years very well. This is a Dell here that I use, but it's from 2013. Anyway, yes, everybody, please say hello to Alan from the UK. I'm not going to say another word to you guys. Say hello to Alan from the UK. High power needed for animation. Yeah. Whenever you're doing animation or, video rendering in general, you really need a high-powered system. HP was 1500. Yeah, that sounds about right. If it was new. Yeah, say hello to Alan. Alan, what do you use? What type of systems do you use? Mac, Chromebook, maybe? A form of Linux? Let us know. Don't be shy. Don't know why my throat is dry this morning. Anyway, that's because I haven't had breakfast yet. A Micro Center special. Okay, Steve. Yeah, here in Ohio, or here in Dean Martin country, everybody knows Dean Martin, right? When the Chromebook hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's some... Anyway, enough with the jokes. We don't have a computer place here. The closest computer center, if you want to call it that, is a Best Buy. But I don't want to travel 60 miles to go shopping for a computer. But I wish we had something closer. There's an Office Max, but it's very limited. It's more office supplies than computers. There's a Walmart here, again, somewhat limited. It's nice that they had 2 Chromebooks for consumers there. I wonder if they still have the Chromebooks. I'd have to go check it out. I wonder if people here even know what a Chromebook is, but I wish we had a Micro Center, something close. I think there's one in Columbus, Ohio, but I'm not traveling 3 hours to buy a computer. So I have to go online. I have to go on Amazon and find them, or on Walmart.com. Nothing here local. The one I use now, this Dell, this was from across the river in West Virginia. It was a refurbished Dell Optiplex i7 that I picked up. Total was less than $200, and I didn't think it was going to last this long. I've had it about 3 years now, but I upgraded the RAM. Somebody donated RAM. Thank you, by the way, to that person. I plugged in a graphics card, so I was able to get it up to speed, as it were, but it's still a little slow for what I want to use it for. But yeah, I've heard a lot about the Micro Centers, Steve, but there's just none here close. So there's talk about, Steve, them making a Top Gun 3 now, since it passed $1 billion, by the way. Yeah. I know Joe built one for you, Tim. Oh, I trust Joe 100%. I could have him build me one, but I'm just into buying everything ready to go, pre-built with one warranty. That way, if I buy it and it's not working right, so in other words, if I have something built and something's wrong, I have to kind of like troubleshoot which component is bad, and it happens. This way, if I buy one pre-built, it's one warranty, if that makes any sense. So, and the prices nowadays aren't that much of a gap if you buy a refurbished PC. So, Steve, you tried installing Chrome OS Flex on a laptop, had Cloud Red installation so much quicker. Yeah. I installed Flex on a Microsoft Vista laptop for 2008. It wasn't as fast as I would have liked, but it's a hard drive from 2008. Come on, but it worked. Very impressive. But yeah, installing Eufy won't boot. I don't know if it does that. I call installing Goofy. But no, mine I installed it. I had to reboot twice, I think. But I had it working. But it's it's an older machine. It was designed for Vista, and anyway, I don't use it anymore. Ron, how are you? Ron from Canada. Oh, Canada. Ron says, a dilemma. Just got here. Do I stay or do I go to have brunch with the in-law? Should I blow them off? Hello, everyone. Should I stay or should I go? Well, since I haven't spoken to you in a while, Ron, you should stay. It's been a crazy summer. A couple weeks ago, I scheduled a private chat for, I think it was on a Saturday, and only one person showed up. It was Ben. God bless Ben. I figured, all right, screw that. I'll just do these at random. But yes, family first, of course. But if you can stay a little longer, great. I'll tell you a funny story, Ron, everybody else. This is a true story. Sib says, just blow them off. Well, blow them off for 10 minutes. Family first. You need to respect the Ubuntu family here. We don't want to disrespect. Steve says, but how quick did Ben disappear? He waited a good 15, 20 minutes, but when nobody else showed up, he just went on. I totally get it. Look, he was bored. I was kind of bored, and that was it. So, Anyway, what was I going to say? Last Friday, Saturday, I can't remember. Supermarket here called Kroger's. Went in, had to buy a few things. This is a true story. God bless people, right? Especially women. I went to check out. It was only a few items. I don't know, $13-14, right? I told the young lady, hang on a sec. I had a bunch of ones in my pocket. So I'm counting the ones, and the cashier says, "Oh, what are you going to do with all those ones?" Okay. I'll play. I counted the ones, true story. I'm using these ones to study biology. She wanted to flirt. I flirted. True story. Made my day. I don't know if she was single, married, no clue, but it made my day, Look, the last couple of years, a lot of stress, everything going on. Have fun out there. Be careful, but have fun. And if you can flirt, go ahead. It's all in good fun, right? That's a true story. Yeah, Ben's usually gone in 2 minutes. Well, that depends. It depends what's going on, He's always installing or fixing something, right? Anyway, so I have to go to Kroger's today. I don't know what's going to happen today. I just affect some girls now. I don't know what it is. Look, with this pandemic, last time I was on a date was last summer. It's COVID. Who do you trust? Am I right or wrong, guys? You tell me, who do you trust? And the only reason I went out with her today because she's a nurse. She was visiting from Florida. So I knew she was fully vaccinated and all that stuff. And it was a good time. But anyway. Ron, you feel an ache coming on your left foot. Is that the in-laws warning ache? Yeah, the pain is mostly gone off my right foot. I had a hairline fracture. So I'm very grateful that I was able to fix it mostly. Steve Gunnick is in the house. LFS for the win. Whatever you say. I trust my doctors, Steve Gunnick. I don't often go to the doctor because I usually don't have to, thank goodness. But the foot doctor, Dr. Grant, is fantastic. Yeah. Pyramid 7 has joined. He says, "Hey, yo, been a while since you stopped in. Welcome. Wanted to say hi and happy 4th. Happy 4th for all of you who celebrate the 4th of July in the States. Be safe out there." Miss Senor Rizzo is in the house. How are you, Rizzo? From Italia, I do believe, right? Ciao, how are you? Yeah. Steve Gunnick says, never actually tried LFS. I'll leave that to men. Me too. Yeah. Anyway. Ron, did you break your foot also, like me? It felt good to ride my Schwinn bike the other day. Had to be careful, but doctor gave me the okay, so I did it, and it felt good. Now I have to get a Bluetooth speaker for my bike. Crank out the tunes. Riz says, thank you. Wish your recovery is going on fast. Yeah, it's I damaged it the end of April. I'm hoping to be fully recovered by the end of July, which is this month, about 3 months. I mean, half the summer is gone, but what are you going to do? I wish the pool that I go to was fixed, waiting for supplies, and that's been the real disappointment. I think the water therapy would have been great for the recovery on my foot. But yeah, the summer's almost gone. I haven't seen a pool yet this year, and that's been very disappointing. I wanted to go down to Florida with a friend of mine, but he's been checking flights, and flying this summer has been a disaster. Thousands of flights canceled. I don't know if you catch the news here in the States, but it's been bad. And you know, when I go on a flight to Florida, I want to go relax, not be more stressed. I'm going to have to wait maybe until the end of August or September for a trip down to Florida. But yeah, not fun at all. So this has not been a good summer for me personally, but it could have been worse, so I'm very grateful. Hey, I got my friend, so it can't be all bad, right? You know, this morning I woke up, I went to turn on my screen here, and there was no power. And I'm like, great, what did I break now? It turned out my remote inside the battery compartment here, one of the batteries leaked. There was all that corrosion crap. So what I did, I took out both batteries. I had an old, smaller paintbrush. So I scraped out with the brush all the corrosion. And I probably should have vacuumed it, but I didn't. I just tapped out, all the stuff, scraped out all the corrosion, popped in 2 batteries, and it worked. But like I said, I probably should have, sucked it out, all the stuff, and maybe put some alcohol or WD-40 on a cotton swab and clean out the terminals. But I got it working. But I thought I broke something else besides my foot. Anyway, it seems to be working. So just a little tip: if you have corrosive battery leaks inside your remotes, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But in this case, and I'm surprised because down here in the office, this is downstairs in the house. It's usually dry down here, not humid. But anyway. Steve G says you sprained your ankle hiking in Tennessee. Ouch. Yeah, you have to be careful. Think before you look before you leap, right? I didn't, so to speak. But I learned my lesson, you know. For those of you who are joining late, the morning topic, now the afternoon's topic, was there are only two kinds of Linux-based systems. The first systems are the ones designed for newbies, Linux Mints, Ubuntu Mates, Zorin OSs. The second kind is everything else. That's the topic. Checking message. I'll stick around a little bit longer, and we'll wrap it up for today. Yeah, isopropyl alcohol for cleaning electronic. Yeah. There's even, I don't know if they still make it, there's a contact cleaner spray that's specifically made for that. But yeah, alcohol should be fine also. Just don't spray it directly into the thing, into the remote. But yeah, the cotton swab usually should work. But in this case, I didn't have to spray it. I just got it working. This morning I went on Amazon. I ordered my very first cordless leaf blower. I was using my corded Black & Decker, but one of my extension cords broke. You know, the outdoor heavy duty kind. You know, weatherproof and all that. And I thought, do I want to spend $25 on another extension cord, or spend $50 and get a cordless lawn or leaf blower? I'll let you know when I get it in. I'll see if it has enough power. Rizzo, you installed Kylin desktop on Ubuntu. Kylin. Isn't that the Chinese version? I think. Yeah. Yeah, for today I'm running Ubuntu Mate. Like I said, when I went, I would have came on sooner, but OBS Studio crashed. But now it seems okay. I don't know what happened, but anyway. Okay, it is. Chinese version. There's a story in Russia. Apparently Russians are using pirated copies of Windows more and switching to Linux, you know, because of the war in the Ukraine and all the sanctions. Wouldn't it be funny if Linux usage doubled this year, all because of what's going on in Russia? Wouldn't that be ironic? I don't know. Yeah, the alcohol would evaporate. Yeah. Used to use it to clean water damaged phones back in the day. Yeah, cell phones, if you accidentally get them wet or stick them in the washer, if you had them turned off, you can put them in a big bowl of rice at least 24 to 48 hours. Let them dry. The rice will suck out all the moisture. That might restore your cell phone. Little trick. Of course, nowadays, you can get a nice cell phone for $200 or $300. You don't have to spend $1,000. If you break one or went swim, you can just buy another one, fairly inexpensive. Anyway, yeah, Arnold speaking Russian. Yeah, I speak Russian, comrade. Blah. All right, Steve. I'll catch you later, my friend. Take care. Steve from Chicago. Yep. I want Arnold to do one more Terminator. I'll be back. Just one more. Last one was kind of silly. Yeah, the rice trick works sometimes, yes. Assuming that the phone was off as you got it wet. If it's on, then it's been fried. So, but just a little trick. But it has to stick in there a minimum 24 hours, maybe more. Just let it sit in the rice. You never know, But I've been lucky with these Motorola phones, This is the Moto G Stylus. I got this on sale for $200. Don't use the stylus that much, but honestly, if I broke this, not that expensive. So what else has been going on with you guys? Alan from the UK, are you still with us, my friend? I know you popped in to say hello. Anybody else from overseas, the UK, please say hello. I remember my first cell phone in the 90s was basically a half a brick. It was an NEC. Heavy. Heavy. Yeah, brings back some memories. Times have changed. From that, I went to the Captain Kirk phone, the Motorola flip phone, whatever it's called at the time. Anyway, Riz had a Motorola E1000 in early 2000. Oh, Tim, you have the same phone, the Moto G stylus? Cool. It's a nice phone, yeah. I think my next phone I want a bigger battery because I need more power. Steve says LFS, forget about it. Yeah, really. Yeah, no painful Linux for me. I'll stick with the Ubuntu based. You guys can't hear, but I got my boombox here to my right playing my friends. They still make boomboxes? Let me show you real quick, those of you watching this. Got this on Amazon on sale. Oh, it's heavy. Ow, I just hurt my wrist. I think they used to call them ghetto blasters. Ow. But that has Bluetooth, tape player, CD radio, bass boost, because it has power. Anyway, my friend's CD is playing in there. I'm just chilling this morning, but I use it occasionally in the garage sometimes, Of course, everything now is Bluetooth, But anyway, I'm just chilling to the music this morning. It's like the sun's coming out. No rain today, so. In the 90s, used to call it bimbo. What, the boombox is bimbo? Really? Okay. You've got the 5G. Mine's the 4G. Tim, how much was the 5G stylus, if I may ask, for Motorola? Mine's the last year's model. Here the 5G service is sporadic. I don't know if it's better now. That's why I didn't get the 5G last year or this year. That's what, about $300, Tim, I think, for the 5G stylus, I think. Oh, it's $200 too. Oh, well, that's not bad. Okay. I'll have to check the. I have T-Mobile here. I'll have to check when they've upgraded their towers. When they fully switch to 5G, I might switch over, but I'll wait. Steve had a Lasonic TRC 935 Ghetto Blaster back in the day. Oh, the good old days. Dave is in the house, says 5G is awesome in the NW interior. Okay. Yeah, from what I understand, 5G is noticeably faster. But here, yet, it's very sporadic. So I'm going to wait. But that's not bad, $200, Tim, for the 5G, yeah. Apps play a bit choppy, really. I haven't noticed that in my 4G stylus. I don't know. I'll have to do some research. Okay, guys is in the house. Hello, how are you? Are you from the UK? Yeah, they my son's got the Samsung, I forget what it's called, expensive phone. His mom bought it for him, Guess it does gaming and all that pretty well. I don't think he games on it, but yeah, I can't see myself spending $1,000 for a phone where the technology changes so fast. I like to spend $200, maybe a little more, and if I keep it a year or two, move on to the next one, keep it fresh. You're from India. Very nice. I know India is a big place, a popular continent for Linux, I believe. 5G in Grand Rapids is faster than Comcast cable 5 years ago. Interesting. Omega Beast popped in. Hello. Streaming apps like Peacock are slow. I don't use, what do I have on mine, Tim? I got the, I had the Comcast streaming app, but I thought, do I want to watch Halo or Star Trek on this or on my 50-inch TV? So I don't use the streaming apps. I mean, I stream YouTube, but I don't use the Comcast app on this. I prefer to be on my TV. So, but yeah, that's going to be more intensive processor-wise to use a streaming app like that on a low-end phone, and it probably would be a little slow. But I don't use it on my phone. I like to watch, movies on a big screen. If you search, search Amazon or Google, just the top 10 phones under $500, that might give you a better idea for next time. But yeah, I don't usually watch streaming stuff on my phone that much. I prefer a bigger screen. Well, yeah, yeah. 4G is faster than DSL. Absolutely. Here, I thought about switching to DSL, AT&T. It would have been a better deal, but it's not the fiber DSL, so it's considerably slower. So I'm forced to stick with Comcast. I did re-sign 2 more years with them. They gave me a few bucks off, but it was really stick with Comcast and continue doing these shows, or switch to DSL and stop doing these shows, because DSL is just too slow. But anyway, how much important Linux in a freelancing career? I really don't know. Linux has come a long way since I started using it in '06. Linux is more in the well known in the supercomputers of the world, servers. In fact, I believe all of the world's fastest computers run a form of Linux, if I am not mistaken. And I think one of the reasons, if not the reason why we were able to get vaccines in under 2 years versus waiting decades was because of supercomputers. I guess there was a report scientists plugged in thousands of possibilities for vaccines, and one supercomputer spit out 77 possible vaccine variations, and that shaves years off of research. I got the Pfizer vaccine, both shots, and I'm fine. So, but anyway, I think that's where the future is. Yes, Android phones run on the Linux kernel. They modify a version of Linux. Yeah. So, no, I'm happy with mine. But I like the Moto gestures. Chop for the flashlight, and karate chop off. I like the little things like that. Anyway. All right, let's give this about a 10-minute warning, and then I'm going to have a very late breakfast. I guess I'm starting to get hungry. Make a Beast says you still don't have a smartphone. It's bad when you Google Borks asking you to send the code into your smartphone. Trying to say, yeah, I know. Verifications and all that, two-factor authentication. What are you going to do? Okay, he asked to put subtitles in my videos. I guess I can turn it. I never really thought about it. I guess I can turn it on next time. If I remember. I think the next movie I want to go see maybe is the Jurassic Park Dominion. Heard it was fun to watch. I just hate to travel 60 miles to go see a movie. We lost two of our theaters here during the pandemic, and one of my friends is on the city council. I asked him, what are our chances of getting a new theater? He went, ultra conservative town. I hate it. You created Outlook Mail in 3 minutes. No verification code needed. Not as good as Gmail, but still, if you don't have a phone, I guess I still use. I have a Outlook Mail. That's Microsoft's Hotmail, right? I think. Yeah. Oh, we have someone from Romania. Florin Gabriel Dumitru. I hope I said that right. Everybody say hello to Florin. Nice. Welcome. Dave has to leave, says, peace out, good people. Peace to you, my friend. Be safe this 4th of July, and it was nice chatting with you, sir. So everybody say hello to Florin from Romania. Wow. I'm glad I did this stream early morning Saturday. It was nice. So is Linux good? Is it popular in Romania? I said it perfectly. Your name. Thank you. Everybody, please say hello to Florin. I think my dad's wife is originally from Romania. He lives in Italy, if I am not mistaken. Hardworking people, I will say that. Yes, everybody, please say hello to Florin. Florin, I'm going to guess you use Ubuntu. That's just a guess. And Windows, I'm going to guess. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm going to have to get a Hall's cough drop when I leave here. I was right. Florin uses Ubuntu and variants. Very good. Yeah. Nice. And has Ubuntu been good to you? Not too many problems? I use Ubuntu Mate for this. On my other computer, on my TV, I have the regular Ubuntu, the latest one, 22.04. No Windows, Proton for games, waiting for the Steam Deck. Cool. Very good. Yeah, I haven't heard much lately from the Steam Deck. Is it selling? Is it working? Is it buggy? I don't really game that much. I have my Xbox. I was resting my broken foot the other day. I was playing Halo 3 on the Xbox. I don't know if you guys play the game, but I was shooting all the aliens, and one of the aliens, the little grunts, says, "Well, this sucks. I'm going north." Whatever that means. Okay. No issues so far. A bit slow. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Ubuntu uses the GNOME desktop. It's not the fastest desktop out there. That's why I use Mate. But it works. Tim is not a Windows fan. But he's a wine fan. Not... not wine for Linux, but yeah. This wine... I'm tempted to have a drink right now, you know? I may do it. Looks great from the reviews. Waiting for Skyrim and No Man's Sky. I've heard of No Man's Sky, yeah. Anyway. All this wine talk. Oh, man. Fine. A little bit of wine. This one's for Tim. Have I seen Sergey? I have not. All right, this is to my friend Tim and to my friend from Romania. You guys drink wine in Romania? Sweet wine. Love it. All right. Cheers. This is to Tim. Salute. Red wine and orange juice. Salute. Omega Beast, you are a Dev ISO tester now. Good. You will learn a lot. Now I gotta have some more. Hello, Primemes. How are you? I can't drink too much. I gotta drive. We do, but you don't drink alcohol. Nothing. You are the smart one, my friend. I don't drink that much either. You know, wine is not a strong alcoholic drink. I don't really drink beer a lot. Last weekend, I went to a Greek restaurant. I had a White Russian. The drink, not the girl. But I didn't drive. But generally, I don't drink a lot of alcohol. Some wine at night. But yeah, everything in moderation. Alcohol, anything with sugar, sweets, everything in moderation is what I believe. It's all about balance. But cheers. Yes, the best wine for Linux is red wine. Restart my friend's CD. Is there a special Romanian alcoholic drink that you guys make over there? You know, the world can be such a special place with all the different countries and cultures. Yeah, very special. Morning beers are the best. Okay. Well, technically it's not morning anymore. It's 12:33 p.m. local time. So, Florence says Palinka. I'm not familiar with that. Is that a drink, I guess? Palinka. Well, here's to Palinka. Sometimes when I'm cooking a steak, I'll pour the red wine on top of the steak and saute it. No salt or nothing, just the wine. Speaking of steak, I'm going to have to go to the supermarket and buy some steak and flirt with another cashier. I keep this up, I'll have a brand new black book. A brand new black book of women's phone numbers. Oh my goodness. Firefox has gotten a lot better now. Okay, cool. I prefer Chrome. Palinka is a Romanian traditional, very strong alcoholic beverage. Also, Tuica? Okay. Cool. Is Linux somewhat popular then there in Romania? I know it's popular in Italy. It's Saturday, it's beer time, whatever you say. Yeah, Firefox, I don't know why, but I've never had the best performance of the Linux version of Firefox. I just haven't. I prefer Chrome, Brave, and lately I've been testing the new, I think it's Vivaldi with the new built-in Vivaldi email client. But generally speaking, I've had the fastest, the best performance with Chrome in Linux. Not sure why. Yeah, just one of those things. Oh, okay, Florin. Linux is not that popular, but raising climb. Okay, cool. Well, maybe it'll be popular after this show. See? It would have been funny last week. I talked about seeing Top Gun 2 if I would have had some of my Linux friends there in the theater. like Tim. I would, hey Tim, how's that Ubuntu Linux or DT? How's that Arch Linux? And have the people in the theater going, what the frack are they talking about? This is Top Gun. Anyway, it would have been funny. Chrome, Vivaldi, and Firefox. Okay. I mean, I still have Firefox. I tried the Snap version, I think, in Firefox. It takes like 30 seconds to launch. I don't use it. But for some reason, Chrome in Linux basis, for me, it's just the least amount of issues. And anyway, we have Amil57 Nilish. Hello. What is a good way to experts in Linux from India? I'm not sure I understand the question, my friend. Omega does not trust Brave. Why? You still use ungoogled Chromium if necessary. I don't think I have Chromium installed in this one. Yeah, I know Linux is somewhat popular there in India. I don't know if that country has a favorite Linux version. I don't know. But yeah, Chrome. This I launched YouTube in Chrome. It seems okay, but all right. All right, Ron, great to have you here. You have a great weekend. Happy 4th. We'll get in touch again on a private chat sometime. Maybe next week. I know this weekend is the 4th of July weekend, so everybody has plans. So be safe, my friend. I'll catch you on the next one. And cheers to you, my friend. All right, 5 minutes, my friends, and we'll wrap this up. I need to do some grocery shopping again and really get something to eat. This was fun. If you missed any of this, you can watch this on the replay. Sometimes I'll transcode these and put these on the Patreon page. Those of you who want to support the channel through Patreon, you can listen to these in podcast format. And then later I'll put them on the Anchor FM app, and you can listen to these for free on Spotify later. But if you want to support the channel through Patreon, that's one of the perks that I provide for as little as $1 a month. It's just my way of saying thank you. All right, so Florence says, I try to ungoogle myself at most. If I have to, we'll go with Chromium, Duck Engine, search engine, and less Google services. Okay. All right. Yeah, you know what? I use what works. Least amount of headaches in life. The last 2 years have been a headache for a lot of people. So I just, I use what works. Yeah. Thank you, Tim. Tim says, awesome Saturday live stream. Yeah, this was good. This was fun. I'm glad to see some new people pop in like Florin who don't normally get a chance. I usually do a lot of live streams at night. I know a lot of people overseas it's too late, so I might do this again next Saturday if you guys want to. If anybody wants to sponsor a live show, please do. We could use some sponsors, to keep this thing going, pay the bills, as it were. So maybe I'll do this again next Saturday. This was fun. So any last questions or comments, and we'll wrap this up here in a few minutes. I may go out Monday for the 4th of July. I haven't decided yet. It's supposed to be some free concerts downtown. I don't usually stay for the fireworks celebration. I don't know. After you've seen New York fireworks, everything else is, forget about it. Ain't the same. So, but I like to go down and have Janet's gelato, homemade gelato. Oh, it's fantastic. The best gelato this side of Italy, so I may go for her. Thank you, Tim, for contributing to the Kali Rossi Fund. Yeah, I usually get a gallon, at least a gallon a month, maybe two. And then whatever's left over, Tim, I just dump it into the Comcast fund to pay for all this. But thank you, sir. Thank you. That's good, Omega Beast. You're a developer now. Yeah, that's cool, man. There's always going to be a need for computer fixers, right? Yeah, always. So that's good. That's good. I'll take a look at it later. You have a link for your desktop? Okay, cool. It sounds like it's a lot of fun. Tim, how's your daughter doing in college? A good resource for Linux in terms of the best distributions or other types of resources. As a general guide, if you want to know what is out there, probably distrowatch.com has a listing to the right of the web page, 100 Linux-based systems. I try to provide some information here for new users, Windows users, as much as I can. Sometimes I'll provide how-to videos, how to fix things, how to install printers on Linux, stuff like that. You can check out a website called Linux Today for the latest in Linux news. OMG Ubuntu I sometimes use. But generally here, I'll post random how-to videos. Sometimes someone will have a question. For example, on the Chromebook, how to use the keyboard lighting, how to adjust the keyboard lighting on a Chromebook. Just short little how-to fixes. But yeah, take a look at distrowatch.com or OMG Ubuntu if you are an Ubuntu fan. All right, she's doing very well. She's doing summer courses. Good, good. Glad to hear that. I got a friend of mine who's a retired lawyer, civil rights attorney. I learned a lot from him, especially since everything that's been going on the last couple of years. I won't get into here. This is not a political channel, but excellent, yeah. Omega is your programmer, theme developer, translator. Wow, very good. Nice. I'm also a translator too for Arnold. Good to be here. That never gets old. Anyway, all right. Anything else? Last comments or questions? I want to thank everybody over who stopped in from the UK, Romania, Italy. This was nice. It's good to chat with some of you guys. Rizzo, you like that? Oh, Arnold, get to the chopper. Oh, Arnold. One more Terminator movie, Arnold. Grazie to you too, my friend. I do not give out my personal information. I do not. No. But yeah, search my channel for like how-tos or stuff like that. But I don't give out personal information. Yeah. I'm listening to the flute on this CD, and it's so peaceful. It's very summerish. If you haven't already, go see Top Gun Maverick. It's a fun movie to watch. Good feel movie. Happy ending. Spoiler: they'll probably make a Top Gun 3, I think. I know Tom Cruise just finished the next Mission Impossible movie. He's working on another one, sequel after that. So it was good to go out to the movies last week in Pittsburgh. Reclining seats. It felt good to get out in the sun with a friend, and you know, yeah, it's good to be somewhat back to normal. So, all right. I think we'll wrap it up for this. Again, if you missed any of this, you can replay this. Have any questions, just post them in the comments below. Hindi language namaste. Very good. Oh, Tim, she's studying criminal law. Okay. Now, that'll keep her busy. Yeah, my friend did civil rights law for years. He's been to the Ohio Supreme Court and back. Wonderful, enlightening stories about our system, good and bad. But maybe that's for another topic. My friend's dad was in the World War II. He was in the Battle of the Bulge, Normandy invasion. He became a lawyer, a judge. His dad passed away of cancer some time ago. Amazing stories. But yeah. Anyway. All right. Happy 4th. Keep in touch. You guys know how to reach me. Have a safe 4th. And maybe we'll do this again next Saturday morning. So if you have any topics you want to cover, let me know. And anybody who wants to sponsor a live show, let me know. And we'll do a topic of your choice, family friendly, of course, and we'll go from there. That's it. I'm going to have my lunch and do some grocery shopping and flirt with some more cashiers, I guess. I'll catch you on the next one. Arrivederci. Salute.